Ah, so wonderful to be in Mexico in time for Cinco de Mayo. Gonzalez, this isn't Mexico. It's the Sand Kingdom. What the hell? You promised me you were going to Tijuana. Alright, I lied. Truth is, I needed to pick up some power moons as fuel for the ship. The ship runs on power moons? Well, yes. What do you think it ran on, Rhydonium? Yes! Look, just let me get the power moons and enjoy the festivities, okay? Fine. At least give me a backdrop to talk about a TV show I found. Let me just set up the projector. There we go. Hey everyone, it's the Koopa Man. I got a question to ask. Why the hell haven't any of us heard of this cartoon?
We're three caballeros, three brave caballeros. They say we are birds of a feather. We're happy amigos, no matter where he goes. The 1, 2, and 3 goes, we're always together. The three caballeros.
For context, Legend of the Three Caballeros is a cartoon series based on the Disney Ducks continuity of comics and cartoons, such as DuckTales, both the original and its reboot. In fact, it was the reboot of DuckTales that got this series greenlit in the first place, intended to be a spin-off. The problem is it only ever aired in the Philippines, with the rest of the world not getting it until 2019, after the DuckTales reboot was being sabotaged by being put back in the death slot on Disney XD, only given one more season. Though we're not here to talk about how DuckTales got screwed. We're here to talk about how this cartoon got screwed. And even worse at that. Because of reasons unknown, but probably due to the suits above who seem to want to sabotage anything good at Disney, any ties these cartoons had were severed, and many of the continuity shared between them was retconned. Of course, they didn't even share an art style, but It could be argued that perhaps the writers of DuckTales reboot didn't want to have to be tied to another TV show, but then why did they also try to revive Darkwing Duck and Chippendale Rescue Rangers? And literally the entire Disney afternoon. And why did Disney cancel literally all of it for the Chippendale movie? At least DuckTales got more than one season. That's right, there is only one season of Three Caballeros. Though going over the Peanut specials is one thing, we're only going to be talking about 2 episodes today, as it's the first 2 episodes that establish the premise for the show. Plus, I actually want you guys to go and watch this thing, so I don't know. If this gets a good reception, I might do the later episodes too. Anyway, let's begin. So the first episode opens with the narrator explaining to us the legend of the Three Caballeros to set the plot in motion.
From the beginning of time, a war has raged between light and dark. This eternal conflict has flared across mystic battlefields all over the universe and is recorded in a magical golden atlas. The pages of the atlas hold histories of monsters and heroes who clashed in fierce combat in a seemingly unending struggle. But just when things were at their darkest, a new light appeared. And it all started with the Three Caballeros. Come on, boys!
On guard! Take that, you beast! Ah!
This probably makes no sense. Let's start the story at the beginning.
Yeah, this is what's called in media res. Sure, you don't expect to see action-packed boss battles in your typical Disney tune, but it helps establish that's the kind of show that this is. You saw the ride and chose to buy a ticket anyway. The actual episode begins on Donald Duck's birthday, on Friday the 13th. Hey, that's just like the original Three Caballeros movie. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Donald starts his day off by preparing himself a wonderful birthday breakfast and gets a call from his girlfriend Daisy Duck, who's already waiting for him at the bus station so they can go out. But then the plot of Clerks happens. You see, Donald Duck is actually a barber. Huh. Between him having such rotten luck, emotional issues, and being ex-military, I'm getting some Bill from King of the Hill vibes. Anyway, it's school picture day and all the kids are lined up for their haircuts, so Donald needs to work on his birthday. He actually gets through all of them quick as he can until the last one decides to be a dick and uncooperative, and ends up getting to Larry Fine as a result.
Today is school picture day, you horrible man!
Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Ooh! You've snipped your last whippersnapper! You're fired! And happy birthday.
To make matters worse, he was in such a rush to get to work that he left the kettle on, and as a result, his house completely burns down. Yeah, he's fired and homeless, and then Daisy calls him furious and breaks up with him, thinking he stood her up, not even giving him a chance to explain. Yeah, some people I know who've seen this cartoon say Daisy Duck is a bit worse than she ever was, but I think they never seen the old cartoons. Daisy's always been a bit of a hoe. Anyway, Donald is at complete rock bottom. That is when he gets a special delivery from the estate of his deceased great-grandfather, Clayton Coote, who is an actual character from the Disney Ducks continuity, saying he's about to receive an inheritance. Before he finishes reading the letter, though, he makes his way there and mistakes the neighboring estate for his home before being kicked out by its owner, Baron von Schellgoose, president of the New Quackmore Institute, who has more than a passing resemblance to Donald's uncle, Gustav Gander. After being kicked out, he makes his way to his real inheritance.
That's a tyranny. Huh? Well, this isn't so bad. What? Well, it ain't much, but it's all mine.
Mr. Duck, I presume?
Yeah?
I am the executor of your great-grandfather's estate. Will the others be joining us?
Others?
Thank you, my friend. Do not worry. I promise to pay you back at my earliest convenience.
Bye, Jose!
Ciao, Bellas.
I love
Jose Carioca, at your service.
you! Ooh, how exotic.
I want president. What are you doing here?
I've come to claim my inheritance, which is most fortuitous as my personal finances expired roughly 20 miles ago.
Huh?
I am broke. But do not worry for me, my friend. For what is money when fortune has smiled upon the two of us?
The two of us?
Actually, there's 3 of you.
3?
Wow, that tour guide was right. It is more of a rush to wait until after you land to open the parachute. Hola, amigos. Yo soy Panchito Romero Miguel Francisco Quintero González III. But my friends call me Panchito. You guys got an inheritance too?
Who are these guys?
I already told you. Yo soy Panchito Romero Miguel Francisco Quintero González III.
But your friends call you Panchito.
Hey, he gets it. Que rico! I just got 2 new best friends, a miserable rundown shack, and a sleazy lawyer.
Who wouldn't love all of this?
Now it's time to explain the other heroes of this tale. Everyone knows who Donald Duck is, and if you don't, who are you? But his 2 companions he meets in this series are not new characters. First is Jose Carioca, the parrot. Jose was actually introduced in one of the movies this series is a reference and spiritual successor to, Saludos Amigos. During World War II, when Disney staff were short on animators due to several of them enlisting or being drafted into the war, what remained of the staff started producing smaller budget features, which collectively are called the Disney Package era. The first of which was Saludos Amigos, which featured Donald Duck and Disney animators taking a goodwill trip vacation to the beautiful South American paradise of Brazil. There, they meet and create Jose Carioca, who's made to be a loving homage to the character of the Brazilian people. He is charming but lazy. Unlike Donald, who's a serial hothead, he manages to keep a cool head at all times. He's quite the ladies' man, as you saw as well. Today, he'd be considered a harmful and racist stereotype like Speedy Gonzales. However, like with Speedy Gonzales, he is beloved in his home country of Brazil. They even consider him their favorite Disney cartoon character there. Just goes to show you shouldn't take the word of white liberals on what people from other countries think. Next is Panchito, the rooster. Saludos Amigos, despite being a smaller budget feature made as an excuse for a vacation, was very, very well received, particularly in Brazil and South America. So they decided to make another one featuring the Central American nations too, and Mexico. This was called The Three Caballeros, in reference to Donald, Jose, and Panchito. Like Saludos Amigos, it was very well received for a small budget picture, particularly in the country of Mexico, who took a particular liking to Panchito. Like Jose, Panchito was made to be a national representation of Mexico. He was boisterous, loud, a party animal, and most importantly of all, a Mexican patriot. The three characters together from then on were referred to by the movie's title, The Three Caballeros, and would constantly be referenced as such in many future Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck productions. It was also in Three Caballeros where Donald Duck first celebrated his birthday on Friday the 13th. Deep cut reference right there, huh? But that's not all, because the caretaker of the estate is none other than...
That's Audie, the caretaker of your cabana.
That's right, the Araquan bird from the said same special. This series really is a love letter to classic Disney when it wants to be. Finding their rundown shack is actually full of treasure, they decide to do the one logical thing. Sell all the crap off in a yard sale and then run away with the profits. This, however, draws the ire of Shelled Goose, who decides to be an upper crust Squidward about the whole affair, until his eye catches a particular bauble and he offers to buy the whole estate, lock, stock, and barrel, if it has a certain book that he wants. They head inside to try and find the book, and with the help of Ari, they open the lock and reveal a regular height human woman inside, ending the first episode and starting in the next where she...
Any last words before I send you to Hades?
Oh shit, Donald, run, it's Azula!
We defeated you for all time. You will never rise from the ashes of your shame and humiliation. That was fun.
Actually, no, that is...
For I am Zandra, goddess of adventure.
Thank you, Zandra, I was just about to say. After a few death threats and some shenanigans, she elaborates on the premise of the series.
All right. Let me explain from the beginning. Across the globe and beyond are a multitude of mystic points upon which myths and legends are born. This atlas is a map to them all, but only I can harness its power. Centuries ago, a dark wizard named Lord Feldrake gained possession of the atlas and bound me to the book, forcing me to take him to these fantastic worlds.
No.
While there, Feldrake disrupted the balance of mystical forces, bending them to his evil will, and built an army to take over the universe.
No way!
Feldrake's victory seemed certain, until they appeared. The Three Caballeros!
Yay!
The Caballeros stormed Feldrake's stronghold, and using the power of 3 magic amulets, they trapped Feldrake in his own staff for all eternity. I I swore to be their guide and ally. Together, we adventured to many magical realms, undoing the evil of Feldrake, while searching for a way to free me from this book. During one of our most dangerous adventures, my book was closed and hasn't been opened until now.
Not being ones able to give up the call to adventure, they go with Zandra to a mysterious labyrinth where inside she cannot follow due to some excuse she transparently made up on the spot. Meanwhile at home, Daisy's nieces are helping with the art sale.
Looking good.
May?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, magic mirror. Stop messing around and go help that customer. Help you find anything, sir?
Don't know. Just browsing the wares.
Interested in this ring, sir?
Actually, I already own it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a receipt?
Well, not yet, but fine. I'll give you $5 for it.
I'll give you 10. I'll give you 20.
$20 bid, now looking for double in the back.
50.
50, 50,
100, 200,
better on the front.
400, 500.
Sweet bids now, 500, feeling like we're gonna go get a winner now.
600, 700.
$1,000!
Sold for $1,000 to the gentleman with the creepy mustache.
Oh, that's good. Give me the ring.
Pleasure doing business with you.
You too.
Here's your receipt.
So long, sucker.
You may be wondering why not Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Well, that's because, like I said, this was intended to share a continuity with DuckTales, until it didn't. Well, I guess it still fits with the 90s DuckTales cartoon. And in either case, the boys are probably off having their own adventure with Uncle Scrooge and Launchpad McQuack. Besides, we rarely see April, May, and June in the Disney cartoons, so don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Anyway, back at the labyrinth, the boys find the caretaker, a Minotaur, and well...
Moo?
Hello, my good cowboy.
Moo 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 moo.
Horn? Horn? Chocolate milk. Aha! I will handle this. I am a master of every language known to man or beast. Moo, moo moo, moo 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 moo.
Moo 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 moo.
Moo moo moo, moo 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 moo. Moo moo moo.
Moo? What did you say to him?
I may have called his mother a cheeseburger.
Moo!
They piss him the fuck off. He chases them through the maze, and they have to work together to save themselves and find the treasure. That's when they're taken to the very top, where Zandra and the Minotaur reveal that it was all a test to see if they truly were the descendants of the three Caballeros, and they passed it with flying colors. They return to the shack and find it has even more secrets inside, and decide because of this, they should tell Shelled Goose to go pound sand. Unfortunately, he already has the ring he wanted, which leads him to where Feldrake has been sealed away, and the two of them become the villains of the series, beginning their quest for world domination, as we end the episode with them awakening one of their monsters. But that's where we'll leave things off. This series really is an amazing surprise. Future episodes also include callbacks and even characters like Humphrey the Bear, but you really want to go and check it out yourself. It's like the 90s DuckTales cartoon. It's an unexpected action and adventure-filled romp with familiar yet historic characters to the Disney canon. Unfortunately, it only got one season, but that season is currently available on Disney Plus for anyone who's interested. See, Disney, I'm telling people to pay for your service. Now let me upload this video in peace, okay? Anyway, this has been the Koopa Man. Adios, amigos.